really gonna annoy How did you pop this out last time? Did you just go to a version of it on Studio?
The 3 buttons.
I don't know how you did it.
I'm wondering if we just didn't. Can't really remember, if I'm honest.
And then pop out. Right, so the chat is going to be all right here.
Can we just test the camera lighting? It's not live, is it?
Yeah, it is, but it's on starting.
No, but as in, is there anyone watching?
Nope, 0 viewers.
As in, it's unlisted?
Yeah. What's this? Oh, yeah, we could do the light source. Is that not even on? Oh.
No.
In that case, I'd put that over there. Just.
No, but it'll even out the shadows, I think.
Oh, it's quite nice though.
It's quite a severe shadow though, isn't it?
I'd like not to be blind.
Okay.
I don't mind the shadow. I know you don't like it.
It's just,
God, I need to go to the loo.
oh, I don't like it on me though.
Because you're pale, isn't it?
No, as in the shadows, crazy intense. Yeah.
Oh, it's not Halloween anymore. I can't do that.
No, you can't. Right, hit the stream stream.
Oh,
Good lord.
I think you can do it this way as well, though.
No, because you haven't selected the other ones. It's just going to transition to itself.
What do you mean? Oh.
Please press. Hello? Hello?
I'm not sure they can see us.
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, that's bad.
Oh, they hear us.
Hello?
So they're a wee bit far behind. Hello from the
maybe hit transition?
side. I said hit transition.
I don't know. Ah, oh God, that's so embarrassing.
We're still trying to work out the technicalities of... Why is the camera like...
Oh, I don't know.
There we go. We're still trying to work out... Well, it's got most of you in it. The technicalities of it all. But we think we figured it out. It's not like we've been doing this for 3 years.
That didn't go well. It's alright, we're doing a thing.
As they say, it wasn't smooth.
Is that what they say?
But who likes a bit of smooth? I don't.
I quite like it smooth.
I like it a bit rough.
I like it predictable. Organised.
But where's the fun in predictability?
Rhythm. Rhythm is good. Can't deny rhythm is good.
No, you do need rhythm.
Yeah.
You
That's
need
what I
rhythm
mean.
to dance, you know. But then even then, if you can't go a little bit off...
And other things.
Anyway, hello.
Alright, hello everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome yourselves into another live stream.
Yes. We are doing a November Q&A. Who I did that. Where it's basically, we're at the mercy of all of y'all.
Yeah.
Up close and personal. Asking all the questions you want to ask. All that jazz.
There are no limits.
No holes barred.
The limit does not exist. Maybe there should be a limit.
Yeah.
Maybe a small limit.
Well,
no
nothing
holes barred.
in a pro, you know. And no, why have you got a list?
I've got a list.
But they're asking us questions.
I know, but I just told you I'd be organised because we've got some things
But how
to
can
say
you be
before we get
organised
going.
about questions that you don't even know are coming?
No, as in we've got things to say before we get into it, right?
Do we?
Okay. Yeah, I want to talk about the red run.
Oh yeah!
Before we get
yeah.
into it. Oh, I should put.
Should I warm you up?
I should have. Eh?
Not that way.
should've
So before we get into it, we are about to embark. I say we like I'm actually doing anything. It's always you.
You're gonna turn up.
Josh is going to be a very good civilian and do a run again for the Red Run, which is in support of, I believe, World AIDS Day.
It is. Yes.
But we're then also doing like a separate charity fundraiser, Just Giving fundraiser for the Terence Higgins Trust, who also
really
support
is
people
the royal
with.
we, isn't it?
Huh?
It really is the royal we.
Yes, it's the royal.
We.
Yeah, I produce
We
it.
are fundraising.
I produce it.
Yes. Sorry, Tegan's
Who supports
Terence Higgins
people living with HIV and AIDS. So it's a really good cause. If you can donate anything, absolutely, everything goes to them. It's really lovely, and more awareness about HIV and AIDS in general is always good. And obviously, he's sweating his ass off, so you know.
That's true. It's around Victoria Park, so I don't know if anyone wants to come see that in London, but you're more than welcome to. I think it starts at like 12, but it's going to be horrendous, truly horrendous. So if nothing else, I think just know that I will be soaking wet and miserable.
Don't
so
say that, because there are some people who probably want to see you soaking wet. So
and miserable, or if you like.
If you're into
so
it.
I realised that we don't have a link to that fundraiser, but it's on my Instagram story, and I'm sure we'll be sharing it around close to the time. So.
And of course, and most of you probably know, but if you don't know, World AIDS Day is actually on the 1st of December every year.
It is.
Which is always fabulous to be aware of. Great to kind of like raise some awareness. I'm sure we'll do a little post or something about it.
We will. There you go. Hugely important. So yeah, thank you. That'll come around somewhere. Right, I need to catch up on some of those chats because everyone's saying lots of things. So hello everyone. This is a Q&A. So I guess feel free to jump in with any questions that you might have for us. I will try and catch up on the chat. I can see.
It's like watching The Odd Couple. Well, thank you very much.
Is that a show?
I don't know.
Is that a good show?
Sounds very odd.
Hello. So we've got people from the US, Switzerland, Michigan, USA. So I guess that's maybe like late afternoon. Hello.
Yeah.
Nice of you to join. Aberdeen, Scotland.
Scotland!
Hello, Reem. Oh, you can hear us. Good. I had a momentary panic there.
Hi from Brazil. Hello.
Brazil.
What's it like in Brazil this time of year? I imagine it quite sunny still.
Well, it's southern hemisphere, so it'll be spring, summer.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Sounds pretty nice.
Poland. Hello. Sweden.
Oh yes, Sam, you're absolutely right. Keep the chat respectful. It can get a bit busy, so we're just going to try our best, but don't feel like we'll go back through the chat, so don't feel like your stuff will get missed. So there you go. Just wanted to put that out there because sometimes these can be a bit stressful. I find it quite stressful. So there we go. Did either of you get to the Omar Rugby concert in London?
Oh, are we starting now?
Yeah.
I just wanted to check because you were very light, you know.
Yeah, no, we had a program.
Okay, right.
But I got welcome, talk about Red Run. That's it. I did have other things, but let's do some questions so we can get back.
Okay. Where are we starting?
So Omar Rugberg was doing a concert in London. We did miss it.
Yeah.
Classic.
But we are going to see him at Mighty Hoopla in, is it May or June?
It's like, I think it's like early June. Maybe late May.
So we are going to see him. We've got tickets to see him.
Very exciting.
So that's going to be very exciting. And we'll do a little film then.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Maybe we should like, yeah, maybe we should do a thing. Maybe we should like try and contact
But then I'd
his
always
manager.
hate to be that person who's like recording.
No,
when you're
let's
not.
try.
Yeah, but
and meet
I'm
him
very like
backstage.
in the moment.
Let's see if we can go meet him.
Meet him backstage. Darling, if I was left with him backstage.
Well, that's why you need a chaperone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Next
indeed.
question.
Can you tell us the story of how you met? That's from Mary J. You want to go?
I can't remember.
What? I mean, it was a long time ago. It was
It
like
was.
a decade ago.
It was a
something like
decade ago. It was university. There was the same man.
That's a bit cryptic. I think we met at a house party.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I remember you sitting outside on the steps at a house party. I think
Yeah.
that's the first time we met. And then,
Oh, you make me sound like a loner.
well, no, I think it was just you would just happen to be there outside the
Probably
party.
very drunk and on my own, to be fair.
Probably.
Yeah. And then it was like, ta-da, Bezies.
Yeah, we'd never really had our ups and downs. Really, we've always been up. So.
No,
it's
we
nice.
have had downs.
Have we?
Yeah, about 10 minutes before we got on this.
We did have a little bit of a. We don't normally have a Barney, but we had a bit of a Barney.
Josh doesn't get upset until he gets upset, and then it's like, oh, daddy.
And then I explode. No, I got a little bit stressed because we were tight for time and we were trying new things, and we succeeded in some ways, and
yeah.
mostly not
It's an
in others.
amalgamation. But yeah, it was
Alright,
lovely.
sorry.
It was university. It was a long time ago, and we feel old.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be 30 next year, which yeah, I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, fuck you. I am 30.
Yeah, but I want to organise like a thing, you know, like a proper
thing.
thing, like an event. But I'm scared of spending money. Yeah. All right. Question from
I've already lost track. How do you do that?
what?
I can't find them.
Desert bird? No, hang on. Desert bird. No. Desert bird.
Dessert. I like dessert.
I think it's desert.
Where are
I think it's
you?
desert. Question: what movie or TV show is one of your go-to favorites, but feel has aged very poor? Should have read the whole question before I started. One of your favorites, but has aged really poorly with representation. Ooh,
That's a tough one.
that's a great question.
Well, I wouldn't say it's like a go-to, but what I would say is people obviously like, there's a lot of early content that if you took it from the context that it was done in and you made it nowadays, it would probably get very ridiculed. You've got really old kind of like drag films like Priscilla, Tu Wong Fu. You've got like, Brokeback Mountain, which at the time was like so groundbreaking. All of these kind of contents, which I really appreciate and love for being like for paving the ground, if you like, of being like big at the time. But obviously, if you couldn't make films like that nowadays because they're a bit like it's like just missing the mark in terms of representation. But at the time, these were like big films because it was like basically taking queer representation to mainstream Hollywood. So I would say like films like that, where I can kind of go, I will always appreciate the point you made in history, but you kind of you wouldn't be able to make, like, I watch Brokeback Mountain now and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I love it and I still cry at the end, but I find some of the kind of like,
it's good storytelling though.
no, but I find some of like there's like a lot of like innuendo shots. Like they really, if you watch it closely, they really kind of go ham on this like over sexualized. It's weird. You have to like really analyze it.
One of them is washing or maybe cooking or something.
Yeah,
and there's like some looks. And
yeah,
okay,
and there's this stuff. But at the time, it's really important. So I would say stuff like that. Really,
bit controversial. I loved Love, Simon when I first watched it.
Ugh.
But now with like shows like, I know it's a movie, but shows like Heartstopper and Young Royals have kind of taught us a new way to do like positive queer stories that actually don't like shy away from some of the really interesting topics. And I think Love, Simon on reflection is a bit kind of, it does skate kind of over the surface a little bit. I love the movie, but maybe it could have gone a bit harder. So maybe for that reason, it's not as good as it maybe could be now. Like if you watch that movie again now, you'll be like, okay, maybe they could have done something.
But it's actually a really interesting question in the grand scheme of things as well, because when you think about like what it means to do representation, it's important to kind of get a general thing, but actually a lot of representation does change with how generalized societal values and looks, and acceptance changes over time. So anything pre-90s really kind of gets slotted into this like parody category of like
Friends.
Yeah, like with the gay character or something, or like, hinting at it. So it's almost like that, you kind of don't really, you take everything with a pinch of salt before then. And then everything after that, you're kind of like, okay, well now we're actually getting to the nitty gritty stuff and we're really making a point here. And then you kind of do a heavier analysis of that stuff.
But maybe it still lands in like societies where they haven't had as much progression in terms of kind of cultural, like stigma and legislation, all that stuff. Maybe.
Did you ever try sweet potato pie?
That's from Michael Merriweather. Love that name.
No.
What is sweet potato pie?
But it sounds like sweet potato put in a pie.
But like in a.
I think it's like a very American thing. A what?
Well, I think it looks like a torte, doesn't it? Or like a lemon.
But a tart.
Tart. No, like a chocolate torte.
I don't know what a torte is.
What?
It sounds like you mean tart.
I'm gonna make you a torte, and you're gonna fucking love that.
I'm probably
Excuse my language.
Probably gonna call it tart. But no, I don't think I've ever had sweet potato pie.
Eating a
sweet potato pie is very American, I think.
Oh, I make myself laugh. All right. Eleanor says, are there any specific movies or shows that sincerely touched you, in which you felt truly seen? Oh, goodness me. That's a hard answer. You know what? I mean, I think touched, but also like feeling represented, I think are two very different things. Like Fellow Travelers, we were in bits, absolute bits. I'm not sure I've seen myself, other than all of the movies and TV shows with gay white men in them, I don't feel like I've seen someone that reflects like how I choose to who I am and what I do and the kind of things I'm interested in. But I've certainly seen myself represented.
I think
across,
little
like,
bits
most.
of what I watch kind of. I wouldn't say there's one, because everyone's story is so unique. I wouldn't say there's one thing that I've seen. Although I did watch, I remember years ago when I watched London Spy with Ben Whishaw, and I felt so connected to his character. And I think maybe the part of that was like, living the London life and kind of being a gay that's very like, it was a little bit kind of like, he tried to have this life, but he was also like quite a bit of a recluse and stuff. And I was like, oh, but I think...
Is that a bit of you?
It's a bit of me. But I think I take little bits. For me, seeing myself is seeing almost, when I watch something and I see like a really micro interaction portrayed in a certain way, and I can't, it could be like the way the character said something or interacts or was walking down the street, or the behavior associated with that. And when that it was performed in a way, it was directed in a way where someone's gone, this is really what it means to experience a queer life. That's when I go, oh, I felt that. And they're like small things, over time that kind of accumulate.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like the subtle things.
Because you'll notice in a lot of the reactions that we do, I'll always point out the really small kind of subtle things, and I'll be like, that is so good. And it is like that. It's like you just, you're able to recognize those moments.
Because it's like you said, it's where clearly a queer person has had input into the writing or the direction that you see it most.
Yeah.
It's where it's kind of, oh, what would it be like for a gay man to be in this situation? Then you get a little bit further away from real. There's someone from Yorkshire here, which I'm very excited about. Oliver, thank you for coming. West Riding, best riding. Is there an East Riding? I feel like there's an East Riding. I'm not saying it's better. And now I've lost where I am completely.
Diane, I'll be allowed to ask about future reactions. You may. We're not stopping you.
Do so gently.
Do so gently.
Yes, I think that's fair, because we're reaching the end of a couple of shows, so we should definitely talk about what's coming next.
Yes,
for sure.
Is my hair a bit frazzled?
Yes, but in like a
save it. Okay, you did.
Oh no, sorry. I thought you meant stop talking.
No, I meant save the backhanded compliment.
You've looked worse. Sorry, we're not going to be mean. I've got so many of you. It's so exciting. What's a question you hope people don't ask? That is like asking a genie how to circumnavigate the 3-wish policy.
When you say things, sometimes I always think you're going to say something else completely.
It's like asking genie.
Well, you were just like to circuit, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. To circuit. Is looking season 2 in our future, says Diane. Or rather, asks Diane.
Wait a minute. I've lost track.
You catching up?
Where are we? Oh no.
We're doing so well.
We were doing so well. I was really doing well, and then
your brain stopped
working. I was really on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I've got it.
Looking season 2.
Oh, I think you can actually go like this and then. Great. Looking season 2. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming.
I think so. When did that come out? Was that like a couple years ago? A few years ago?
Yeah.
I would love to get back into that show because it was good.
I think we might start doing like Patreon only reactions to kind of get through the backlog, because there are some things as well that I feel like,
oh my god,
they're really good for like all of you who are like obviously big fans of it, but they don't necessarily like aren't as popular on YouTube, where obviously there's a bigger crowd. And I think for like the real fans of the show, we will obviously do them, but they won't probably be on YouTube. So that's how, like, because I think like it also, it's appreciated more for our Patreon fans as well, which I find a lot of the time. Like, everyone appreciates shows much more on Patreon, and they kind of spend the time discussing them and engaging with them. So
the answer is yes.
In future, it will be done, but it will probably be done as one of our like Patreon only shows coming up.
I think that works. Oh shit! And on that same topic, well, not the same topic. Valerie.
Oh my god. Okay, yes, Lost Boys and Fairies. Right. So I'm really happy that I'm like following now because like my brain's not going. Lost Boys and Fairies. Right. So, we did that as like it was a current thing during our like Pride season specials, and I didn't think it was going to be good, but then it like kind of broke our hearts. We will do. It's only two other episodes. We will do 2 and 3. We absolutely will. We just got to get round to it. But it's been one of those things where we've constantly been like, oh, we really need to finish that because it was so good. It's a bit emotional. No, actually, it's the alcohol just building up my chest. But yeah.
Plus,
that's coming.
I know nothing about adopting children, like nothing at all. So to kind of see some of that process as well is quite eye-opening. Wink, wink. Rosie asks, what would you do if you won the lottery? And this is quite topical because...
Have you won the lottery?
No. I'm not sure I would say if I had, actually. You know, that's a rule where you can dock 20% of the winnings to not be named. It's quite...
Really?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I think it's 20%. I have a ticket for tonight's Euro Millions draw. And I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. It's a lot of millions. It's quite a lot of millions. I would immediately go all in on the channel if I won the lottery.
I've lost it again. Where are you? Because I thought we had one there from Kieran.
We can go back to that one. So I would probably quit my job. I would give some money to my family and friends. Give some money to charity. Put the rest in the bank. And then live forever.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
That's what I'd do.
I'd have to do something smart with it. Because otherwise I'd just blow it on a yacht in like Ibiza.
What are you going to do with a yacht? You can't edit from a yacht.
Yes, but you can film from a yacht. And that is glorious. Look,
but I think we'd still do
basically it would do all the same what you
just
just said, but we'll just probably have a bit more fun with it, you
more
know?
spice.
Like, I would love... Oh, no, you know what I would do with that much money? On theme a bit. I'd go to prides around the world. Because I've always wanted to do that. To go to, like, different pride things, like in South America, and in North America, in
like
Europe.
a world tour.
Yeah. Like, I want to go...
like Patient Zero. Sorry.
No one said I was having sexy time. But I will have sexy time.
God.
Yeah, I would do that, and then I'd get a yacht, and then I'd buy a house.
I don't think you
and
need
then if I had any left, I'd give to charity and invest.
Wait, you get a yacht before the house? What about houseboat? I could see you on a houseboat.
Oh God, no!
Like a nice
not enough
barge.
space for me.
Like a barge on like a Birmingham canal.
No, why has it got to be in Birmingham?
I do YouTube from a canal.
Hello.
I don't know what that accent is.
YouTube channel.
From Birmingham to the YouTube channel.
Any chance you will finally react to Holding the Man? Yes, we will.
We're thinking about.
That was like one that was on the list.
Yes. Holding the Man. The one about the blind person in Brazil who falls in love with.
Oh yeah.
Person.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember it. Taste of Love, Touch of Love. I don't know. We're thinking about doing maybe the so last year this year we did a February Film Festival.
February Film Festival.
And we're thinking maybe going back to that because there's lots of movies that we want to react to and review.
Yeah,
so.
we don't do enough movies.
Yeah, we don't.
And
we don't.
There's so many good one-off pieces of amazing clear representation. I think a lot can kind of be summed up in
an hour and a half.
An hour and a half compared to 8 hours. But there's a lot of good films. Also, I think sometimes content that goes into films doesn't only gets translated to film because it can't if you do a series of something, you've really got to sell something right to people who are producing that. And I think often you get these really great one-off short films and stuff that kind of were just enough to kind of fuel someone's interest. Whereas like in series, often it's kind of, well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think films are really good at like focusing on, you know, one character or like one story. Like a movie like Moonlight did that so well, where it's just that person and you get super invested in that story. So yes, maybe bringing back that. Sam wants an invite to my birthday. TBC. That would be quite fun, actually. You know, it's one of those difficult ones where I'm like, do I invite friends and family and have them all together?
Oh, never mix them. My family hate all my friends.
It's so like, what?
What?
They like me.
Oh, they do like you.
Your sister loves me.
Only you, though.
She's probably watching. Hello. Oh, is the audio incredibly quiet? Uh-oh.
Well, we have to do that because I'm really loud.
I'm gonna pull everything closer. We both in still.
La 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 la. Fa la 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 la.
Okay, we're gonna do that, and hopefully that will be better.
If you could play any character in any show, who would you choose? If I was in drama school, I'd say what like most eccentric gay people in drama school say when they go Mercutio. But
what?
Yeah, what? It's like all the answers that like young queer.
Oh, from like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Doesn't he die?
If I could, yeah, of course he does, but he does so dramatically.
Spoilers.
If I could play any character, oh, you know what? This is proper nerding out. If I could play any character, I would either play. I don't think I could play the Doctor, but I would definitely play his companion. And I would be like the longest running, more than fucking Billie Piper, more than Catherine Tate, all of them. I would be the best Doctor Who companion. I just would. I've got the humour for it, I think. I've got the absolute dumb stupidity.
Dumb luck.
You know, I'm getting into like trouble. They have to come save me. But then I do have like some smart things. I'd love to go to worlds. I'd just be great. I'd be the great companion.
I feel like you're the companion to my Doctor.
Yeah! That's so true! Yeah. That is so true!
I'm trying to save you all the time.
Yeah! And I'm like, Doctor, let's
go! Excellent.
Who would you?
Any character in anything? These questions are so hard. I'd probably be... Jake Gyllenhaal in BRB Mountain. Seems like quite a hot thing. I'm not gonna lie. I quite like to wrangle some cattle, if you know what I mean.
No, you just want to bum in a tent.
That too. It's actually less. It's actually less fun than you think it's going to be.
I hate doing it in a tent.
It's a bit
clammy.
Yeah, it's like growing vegetables in a conservatory, you know, in a greenhouse. It gets a bit.
What fucking comparison was that?
I'll sum it up with one word: condensation, and then we'll move on.
Jesus Christ.
Right, I feel like we need to catch up on things. Hopefully the audio is now fine. We have moved the mic a bit closer, so I'm hoping that works a little bit. We should maybe test that before the next one and turn up the gain or something. What's the most iconic LGBTQ plus moment in media that you wish you could relive again for the first time? Oh.
Well,
I tell you what, I know it has a bit of a special place in our hearts, I think, but Lil Nas X, Call Me By Your Name, when that music video came out, we were just like, shooketh. Yeah. Shooketh.
There's also different things, like...
It's probably not the most iconic.
The impact that It's a Sin had on, like, the general population, you know, people who would not even consider watching something gay-themed, and then they were like, I've just watched this, such and such has watched this as well. Like, we're all just like, I love anything that kind of grips people to the point where, like, it touched so many more people. and it made waves of communities aware of an issue that they wouldn't have even turned on normally.
Yeah.
So I love when that, you know, that was the show that spurred us on to do this channel. You know, it was the first thing we did. So there's very significant moments like that. And I think you get waves of that, like up and down. Like I think you could say the same thing about Red, White, and Royal Blue, which, you know, on the surface of
that
it,
was iconic.
it's not particularly, you know, a serious show. It doesn't you know, you can't compare it to Fellow Travelers in its educational aspects, but a gay, like, mainstream rom-com that got everyone going, oh my god, I absolutely love them, like that's significant in and of its own right, because it's the first time that you're watching, like, you know, a prime time Amazon Prime movie and it's two gay characters and you're like, whoa. And I think it's moments like that. It's the moments that, like, have the biggest kind of impact socially.
Got everyone thirsting.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, but for good reasons. Diana's 74 next month. That is so exciting. Birthday in the same month as Christmas. It's a bit tough.
Yeah, the presents. My sister's like that. Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah, she always complains.
Do you do one present?
Well, no, I'm not allowed to.
Okay, that's a bit diva. I like it. How do you decide which shows and media to react to?
I decide.
That's a great question. Well, we look at the recommendations list. We kind of think about what's popular.
And then I decide.
And then mix the sides. And I rock up and I go, oh, this is great. And you're like, I know. Yeah.
Decided. See, I'm looking out for question marks, but I don't know.
Hearthstober's taught me some great examples of allies that made me reflect on how to behave as an ally. That's super cute.
I think a lot of shows nowadays also incorporate that, because a lot of shows are pushing this narrative that, like, obviously queer can be main character, right? And so then you've got these beautiful representations of allyship in your, you know, side characters and other characters. And so it's just as important to watch someone being a really good ally in all of these programs as well, or bad examples of that, you know.
Yeah, that's a really nice take, actually. I like that.
Do you have any plans for another BL? Maybe. We may.
We've seen an obscene number of recommendations for next one.
Yeah, we've seen quite a lot.
Probably wouldn't be Thai.
Well, I don't know, and I also feel like there's differing opinions on different BLs, so it's like knowing.
I also want to know who gets together in the boyfriend.
Yeah, we will finish that.
Finish that as well.
Yeah.
It's just so much to do.
It's just
So much to do.
so much to do.
I'm so excited about it all. I'd like to know more about your families. Alex mentions Mama Roo, but I can't ever tell if that's actual mum or chosen mum or drag queen.
Do I mention?
I don't know.
As in RuPaul, who's not my mother.
She's not your mother. You wish she was your mother.
Girl, she'd read me for filth. Well, yeah, my mother is not RuPaul, but I probably say Mama Ru, like, as
she's like queer mum.
Yeah, and if I'm like ever
Not
like
actual
drawing
mum.
a comparison to like how, like, I don't know. But
Does your mum watch Drag Race?
No,
Mine does.
Does she really?
Yeah. She watches Drag Race and she forces my dad to as well.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, they were watching the Rusical last week. And they enjoyed that one.
I had a fever
It was
dream.
very good, actually.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was
really
actually
good.
like the first proper time I got into Drag Race, and I was like, what have I just watched? We got nice families. We got big families. Well, I got a big family.
I'd have a big family.
You don't have a big family.
No, tight knit little unit.
Yeah.
That's like, well, you've got kind of American side.
Got American side.
Big family vibes.
Got big family over here. All good. All good things.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
I don't know what else to
it
say
is.
about
Yeah,
that. They're lovely people.
yeah.
And actually, what I will say is both our families love and support the channel.
They
which is quite
do,
nice.
they do, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bit alien at first.
It was weird, but then like the last time I went home for like a family barbecue, and almost every single one of my family members was like, "I love watching your videos," and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
I don't really like the idea of them watching my videos.
No, neither
That's
do
the
I,
only thing.
because I talk shit.
You talk shit, you swear a lot, and you're vulgar as hell.
So really, actually, it's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
good quality
being in a room with
entertainment.
me.
It's true. Oh god, we have to skip ahead.
Do
Skip
you
ahead.
each have a favorite Christmas holiday tradition? Bailey's on ice,
Ooh.
and then I'm happy.
Didn't they do like a Terrier's chocolate orange
Oh,
Baileys?
no one likes chocolate orange. Controversial much?
That is only an opinion,
No, I wake up.
and it is not a recommendation.
Yeah, I wake up every morning and I get my Baileys on my ice, and then I'm fine. And sometimes, if I'm feeling
It's not chocolate
really,
milk.
it is. And sometimes, if I'm feeling really wintry, I'll put it in like a coffee. Apart from that,
Oh,
I'm
like
not
an Irish
fussed.
coffee.
Yeah. Oh, and I do insist on wearing a Christmas hat. I don't know why, but I've always got a Christmas hat on.
So your Christmas hat, and you'll probably wear it for. Well,
Mm.
we'll do a Christmas live stream for sure. We need to book that in. Add that to the list. Your Christmas hat freaks me out a little bit though, because it has like a
It's a
like
bubble.
like a rat tail
Da,
than
da,
the bauble.
da, da, da. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like it. For me, it's eating. It's all about the eating. I love eating. I love eating. Mostly the roast. We have a big old roast dinner.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't complain about that, really.
Okay, Ashley's asking, have you ever visited the US? Or have you any plans to in the future? You went there.
Well, I don't live there. What am I on about? I could live there. I have family over there. I am American. So,
But you were also British.
but I'm also British. But it's a bit like, it's lovely, but I've really got, apart from family, I've not got like a home or anything over there. So for me, it's kind of just like always,
Or friends.
All right, you know. So it's always just a bit like a holiday, like going on holiday to anywhere else, really.
Mm.
So yeah, but I recently went, but my family are all down south. So
Yeah.
but I really want to go to the West Coast. I've always wanted to go to the West Coast.
California.
Cal 4.
Yeah. Anyone from California in? It's like 2 p.m. or something.
I've been to New York and that was incredible, but it's a bit like, you know,
That's a bit overstimulating for you, I think.
yeah. The
I've-
sound of New
yeah.
York is like being in the middle of like Trafalgar Square, but all the time.
I think Trafalgar Square is quite quiet.
What?
Yeah, it's got some buses, it's got like a fountain. But it's not like,
No.
it's not, you know. I have only ever been to Florida to Disney World when I
Oh,
was
yes,
about
Florida.
10. I would love to go over there and explore a bit more. Yeah, New York maybe. Don't know, that's like the touristy one in it.
Yeah.
I would love to go to San Fran. I would love to go to San Fran.
Yeah, that would be great.
But sadly not in the near future.
Our friends recently went for Folsom as well. That was fun.
Yes. Well, they had fun, let's put it that way.
Lots of questions about Agatha all along. Now, we've watched it. I gagged over it. I'm a big Marvel fan.
Oh, you're doing a little thing, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to do a short about it. But you wouldn't really enjoy it because we've already watched it. So our reactions wouldn't be genuine reactions. But I am going to do a short about it because I think there is something to be said about Marvel and LGBT representation and that shit, and that's just incredible. So
You know what? Marvel's just got a big audience, right? It's got a big audience, and it's like it kind of transcends a lot of kind of different age groups and genders and that sort of thing. So I think if you get a really good LGBT plus story in there,
but
you're
also like
hitting a lot of
something
demographics,
like
and
the
I
iconic
really like that.
story of a superhero has always been a long carried through narrative that we've kept in content throughout years. And the thought of, hey, but a little queer boy and girl would love to see themselves represented as a superhero, like incredible. And
Bam.
so to go, yeah, we're gonna do that. Like I think finally, I'm like about time, but yeah. And I think Joe Locke is great, and Catherine Hahn's great. The whole cast is great. But yeah,
Because like
I felt so
Eternals
gay
to
with
me was not.
you. No.
It was not a good one. So that was sad. The way he looks. Sorry, I should know these things.
Oh, that's the book.
But we will do that one definitely.
What would be your dream amount of subscriptions to hit? Right, 100K was the goal we set when we first made this channel. Just 100K. Just 100K.
Just double.
I think we could get a little plaque.
It would be quite
nice.
camp to have a plaque.
Yeah,
it would be quite camp to have a plaque.
Yeah.
But
apparently they give it to anyone now.
eh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, because there's a lot of YouTube channels out there that.
If you're in the shorts game,
yeah,
you can get a huge audience.
Well, they actually don't. They don't automatically give. You have to apply for it.
Oh.
Yeah, because they have to like gauge whether or not they think your channel is worth receiving a plaque. I would like to think that ours are.
I think. Well,
you know, I think we bring something special to the community that we have.
To be honest, I'm delighted with what we've done.
I am
so
too.
Far. We've got a fantastic community.
But I think 100 would just feel nice.
It's a nice round number, isn't it?
It's a nice round.
Oh, and I must apologise because I have not donned a wig and done my Alexis dance, but that is going to happen. It is. It's been a bit stressful.
Josh just doesn't like being.
Maybe I'll do it for the Christmas live stream. Maybe I'll do it live. Can you imagine?
What? Maybe you should just like stop saying you might do something and then do it.
I will. I'm changing my language. I will. It's going to happen soon. Do you embarrass easily?
I don't. You do. This is why we haven't got the Alexis short yet.
That's so accurate.
Because I don't. It's funny actually.
Is it funny or is it embarrassing?
No. It's funny. I don't have a sense of embarrassment when I'm like on camera in front of any of you. Like whether we're doing a live stream or record, I don't care. And I feel like you have a little bit more of that. But if we ever go like out, say like to an event where we meet people and stuff, or we're trying to socialize and network, XYZ, it's the complete opposite. Josh has like such like
I've got
great
Riz.
Yeah, I get so shy, so embarrassed, so like you'll see me in the corner of the room because I'm like, I know I'm talking to people, and Josh is there like, blah, 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 blah. So it's really weird how it's
a role reversal.
Yeah.
You're in your comfort zone in a room in front of a camera.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Human connection, real
Introvert.
life.
Introvert.
Where are we?
Well, I'm skipping ahead because we've only really got 15-20 minutes left, so I want to.
We can do a speed round.
I want to get through as many of these as we can.
Speed round. Hang on.
What are the two lights over Josh's head when you guys are reviewing shows?
Oh, the neighbours.
I think that is the neighbours.
That's the neighbours.
So exciting life update.
Yes.
We're now. So we mentioned this on the last live stream, but I think there's a few more of you here. So we are kind of moving locations, which will give us the opportunity to have like a dedicated space, which doesn't back on to a load of other flats. So there will no longer be red lights behind my head.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can make a nice little.
It's gonna be cute. Might have a sofa and everything.
Thing.
I'm going to go through these quick. What was it that first started making? What was your motive behind making videos? And how many people do you think you would reach? Josh watched 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. He said it was terrible for LGBTQ representation. And then he said, should make a YouTube channel. No one's talking about this. And I said, are you fucking mad? Of course.
Let's do it.
And that's what it was. Yeah. So then we got carried away because no one was talking about it. And we thought we could talk about it.
It was a bit of a triggering thing.
And we so decided that we had opinions that people wanted to hear. And it turns out some of you did.
You know, that show, they missed the little things. And I think that's what I picked up on when I was watching it. Yeah. It felt wrong.
Those little things, mate.
Little things.
Are you sad you won't be flatmates much longer? No.
God, cutting question.
Cannot fucking wait.
You're gonna have to learn how to clean things.
I'm terribly sad. No, it will be sad. It'll be the end of an era. But he's not really going far because he's going to be working anyway, a day a week on this channel. Fingers crossed. So
We'll see. We'll see. Nothing's confirmed. And if anyone from work is watching,
don't watch.
good job.
Have you seen or have you all seen Romeo and Juliet on Broadway? No, I have not. That sounds amazing.
We're doing it live.
Yeah.
This is the thing with doing a live stream. You can just say anything you want. Like, I could reveal.
What should I reveal? Do you, where are we?
Donna says, "Are you guys on Blue Sky?" Yes. Will
Oh
we
yeah,
use it?
we made a blue sky today.
Will we use it though?
Probably not.
No.
I don't really get the whole instant tweet thing.
I think, well, it would be good for something like this where, like, hey, we're going live in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Check
Who
it out.
would play you in the film of your life? I'd love to say Jonathan Bailey.
Sorry.
Yeah, alright, thank
Sorry,
you.
I don't know why that was the reaction.
But in real life, it'd probably be like Ricky Gervais.
He's actually got, I think he's got similar.
Let's be honest, or Peter Kay.
And he'll do that face.
Yeah.
With Derek. Was it Derek? I never watched that. No, I think JV's a good shout, actually, because you've got the kind of energy.
Yeah, I think he's my future husband, I'm not going to lie.
I don't know how that works.
It just does.
You can't just, like, claim him from afar.
But I can. And I have.
Have you messaged him?
No. Does he know I exist? No.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
One day more. I don't know why I went to Les Mis. That's a thing about death.
You should have sang something from Wicked.
Yeah, I know.
Much better.
Where was
speaking
I?
of Wicked, oh my god. Are you excited? That's coming up this week.
Yes, we're going to see it.
We are going to see it. I'm so excited about
We're
that.
going to see
We're not
Wicked.
going to the red carpet. That would be
Yeah, I
delightful.
know.
Or maybe we should go to the red carpet. I wonder if we could just catch a glimpse of Jonathan Bailey. Let's make this happen.
I did actually try to go to... No, it's already happened.
Has it?
Yeah.
The premiere?
The premiere
Oh,
has already happened. I
Well,
did
that's
try to
sad.
get us tickets to that, but, you know, it was a lottery.
oh, you did a lottery.
Yeah.
Ah. What we need is an in. We need to know someone. Does anyone know someone who knows someone? You know what I mean?
Did you watch Ugly Betty? Ugly Betty, I was obsessed with when I was younger. In fact, actually, Mark and... Oh, you know who I really related to? Betty's younger brother.
The twink.
The twink. So much of that storyline, like the whole coming out, coming to terms of it, and I really related to that. Yeah, that was like, yeah, I loved that show. I think I still love that show. In fact, I rewatched it a while back ago.
I remember you doing that. Got really into it. Question from Reem. Did Josh just say he won't be doing reaction videos? No, that's absolutely not true. We will be continuing to do videos. The channel will continue. We will survive. And we will thrive. It's just going to be a little bit more logistical nightmare.
I don't know about thriving, but...
We will thrive. I know we will.
Between the both of you, which is the most polarizing show or movie? One hates it while the other loves it. Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, that's tricky. I mean, I watch a lot of stuff that you're like, why on earth are you wasting your time on this earth watching
You
that
will
thing?
watch anything,
I just need to know what happens.
and I'm like, that's shit. like anything.
I don't think
Whereas
we-
I'm a little bit more
yeah.
selective. But I think when it comes to the stuff that we review, we generally have... Although interesting, I think we had different takes on My Policeman.
Yeah, I thought it was good. And you
Whereas I
thought
didn't think it was good.
Well, you thought it was...
I think it's... I didn't like the subtext.
You thought the message was...
I didn't like the subtext in My Policeman. And to this day, I still don't like the subtext of that film. Because I think it tries to... through doing a really positive thing, which is like being... raising awareness of... like the perspectives of other people, which is important, so not people who aren't necessarily in the queer relationship like around them, is important, but through doing that, I feel like it disrespected the queer story and kind of like shamed them almost. Anyway, we can get onto that.
I can't think of one that fits into that category, but I've really loved it and you've hated it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
I'm
like
not sure.
specifically. Which one of you has a dad sneeze? Oh, that's you. Yeah, you do.
I do have one of those. Yeah, I do have one of those.
How long have you known each other? Since university, and we actually started making videos in lockdown because we were bored. Really?
Well, no, we were inspired, is what we were.
Well, yes, but also bored.
Maybe. I mean, it was the perfect time to start making videos and getting to grips with all the stuff.
But no idea if it was actually going to work. But
you were, if I remember correctly, you were against opening up a Patreon initially.
I was against a lot of things.
Yeah, and then, I thought, no, we will do a thing. And we did a thing, and here we are. So there you go.
Have you thought of using lavalier mics? We have thought that, but we didn't.
So I think next plan is to have a mic each, and there might be some, I think in future videos you might see more of our kind of this area covered up by a mic or a mic stand, but I think...
More.
No, I think having a mic each where you can actually
hear
us properly like this, I think this would be very much added value. So let us know what you think.
Please can you react to the next season of My Kissed a Boy? Yes. Hey, I did make that thing about reality TV. Reality TV.
Is that the one with Danny Minogue?
Yeah. Oh, I'd watch it just for Danny Minogue, to be honest.
It was quite... I met one of the guys that was in that the other day.
Fit.
In a pub. He was fit.
They're all fit.
Yeah.
I follow Ollie from that show. He's like, it looks like
it's dramatic.
If Bob the Builder was a real guy in life, but like proper fit. Like,
Did he wear a hat? Could he fix it?
He could do. He could do more than fix it. He could do many things.
He's got a drill.
He's got a drill. He does. He's like a proper builder.
People are saying Wicked's really good. That's very exciting. I mean, I love the stage production, so I'm really very excited about the movie. People gasped when Johnny came on screen. Okay.
Shadowhunters. I have watched that.
Yeah.
That's the one with Jamie Bauer Campbell. Am I right?
You tell me.
Am I right? I think so.
Mary, My Policeman was so boring. It was...
I can't believe you watched our...
different.
I can't believe you thought it was boring and you still watched our video reaction to it.
That's cute. That was good. If you could play a character in Young Royals... I was thinking about Young Royals the other day. I remember this time last year, it wasn't so gloomy, and I think that's because we had Young Royals to watch. And this year,
arguably quite a show anyway.
Yeah, but entertaining.
It's funny you say good or evil, because often...
What are you talking about?
Well, they said...
Oh, which would you choose?
They said...
Oh, yes.
We often, when we play games and stuff, I like to choose the evil side. I like all the Disney villains, Yeah. I think they're misunderstood. I like the evil characters.
Well, they're often camp.
And you often like... Yeah, they're very, very camp. Yeah, they are. And you like the good characters. Now, what I would say in Young Royals is the evil character verges on doing naughty things with inappropriate sexual tapes. So I won't take that side.
Sorry, I zoned out there for just a second. And now you're talking about sex tapes.
Well, it's what he does, and I think that's a bit too evil to be like, I'll be August. But I think I would be someone like... I
think you'd be the head mistress.
Yeah, just stressed out of fucking mind all the time. Yeah. No, but the new one, the one that comes in the third season and is like...
Yeah, absolute boss.
No, fucking sort this shit out. Yeah.
I think I'd be the therapist.
Yes.
The counsellor.
The socialist therapist, yeah.
Okay, people saying microphones, yes. Lapel mic for me, mic in the next room for Alex, only because of his laugh.
I can't help it.
That is so fair.
Well, I think what we would do is 2 microphones, and then we just turn my volume down, and then it would somehow equal
You could do that in post.
Yeah, I just can't help it. It's not my fault that I am loud.
Ashley, have you watched Stranger Things?
It's so funny.
You are literally
mentioned that. I am
it.
literally rewatching it. Actually, I basically rewatched in the past week seasons 1, 2, and 3. And I'm now on season 4. and I forgot how good it was. I think I'm only rewatching it because I'm like bolstering up for season 5, which is the last season.
When's that coming out?
Not till next year, but I want.
You get it in early.
Yeah, I wanted to prepare.
What
I
the
like to
hell?
do that. I like when I'm really into a show. I like to rewatch to remind myself of things. Because even though there's like recaps, I'm like, haha, no one wants to watch a recap.
It's never as good. I
No.
mean, I remember we rewatched Game of Thrones all the way through.
Yeah,
Basically, like start to finish without
Yeah.
any breaks.
that was so
and that
good.
was really really good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because also when you watch it start to finish, you kind of you go with the momentum. Whereas when you actually watch it with like in real time and there's breaks between seasons, you're like, what happened? I can't really remember. Oh, I'm not invested. So yeah, love me some Stranger Things.
K Poker 91. Have you guys watched the US version of Queer as Folk? It's one of my favorites.
I've not. I've only watched the UK one.
So I watched the UK one, and then I think made the mistake of then immediately going in and watching the US one. And I always think of them as like Scam, where they're kind of similar, but you kind of have your favorites.
Yeah.
And because I watched the UK one first, I think I liked that one more. But that was a very long time ago. That was one of the first things I ever watched that had gay stuff in it. So yeah. I would definitely rewatch the US version. Remind myself what it was all about.
Did you ever finish reading Red, White and Royal Blue? What was your opinion? Do you know, I think I got to the last chapter.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, and then I
And it
stopped
stopped?
reading because I was doing it via audio. And I kept going back to finish it, but I kept being distracted. But I loved it. I'll go back and finish it tonight, actually. Well, probably not, but no.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. But I loved it because it's so saucy.
It's really saucy.
It's so
really
saucy.
And it's so saucy.
I thought the film was saucy. And I read it and I was like, damn, they're kinky.
I don't necessarily like that it's saucy and then also someone is describing it to me.
No, I love that.
I would rather read it.
I love that. Bit of a thing for me. I love a bit of erotic like fiction. Like if in another universe, I would be one of those teen girls that was like,
oh no,
obsessed with those naughty stories of like vampires and like Twilight, but a bit more extreme than that. Yeah, I love a bit of that because I think there's something quite nice in the spoken word, but I can't read, so I have to have it audio, which is not. But then if you get the really bad voice, it's bad. So it's really hard, really.
No, but if you had like Stephen Fry narrating Red, White, and Royal Blue, would that? I'm not sure you'd.
He's too innocent for things like that.
I can picture him, and I wouldn't want him to be saying it to me. It's bad.
Yeah, no.
Right, we'll do a couple more, and then.
What do you do for jobs, Alex? What did you do before editing? Well, I actually worked in telly. I was I got up to a production
You were a
manager.
runner to start with.
I was a runner to start with. And then I went up to a production secretary, production coordinator, production manager. That was fun.
Bit stressful.
Bit stressful, yeah.
You worked on some interesting shows.
I worked on some really interesting shows. A lot of like American shows as well. We'd fly crew over to film stuff. A lot of documentaries, mostly documentaries, really.
Yeah, you did like lots of like real crime stuff.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a bit creepy.
You know, the kind of stuff you see on Channel 5 where it's like Murder and Me. But it was good. It's very, very fast paced. And then I kind of, glad I did this.
And then you packed it all in.
Packed it all in.
And I'm a data analyst. So I work on customer data. If you get like an email being like, here's 10% off, then
That's him.
Yeah, someone's like figured out when you're most likely to come back and shop, and then they've sent you an email. So
Josh is stalking you.
No. Only your entire order history. Does anyone know how anyone in the US can watch Scam on our channel? There you go.
Oh, that was smooth.
I know, wasn't it?
That was very smooth.
I didn't like the wink. It was a bit seedy. But you can.
Do you have or have you watched the current Queer Eye, and what's your opinion of it? I think I've watched ever since it rebooted, like 1 or 2 episodes, I don't know what it is about that show, but it's never really interested me.
What?
Queer Eye.
Oh no, I think it's really good fun. It's good like family watching, you know.
Yeah, but I don't need 5 gay men to tell me that my life's shit already. Like, they're just gonna be sassy about it. I know it's bad.
You can learn some good tips. I'm not sure about the oh god, the one that's the Italian one is like super vid. Follow her on Instagram. So vid.
Yeah,
You
they're
cook.
all just models.
It's just like, here's how you cook food. I love food, and
I love food.
yeah, I like the makeover guy, Jonathan. He does the proper.
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan Van Ness is just like, as a
Visage.
person, I think fabulous.
Yeah, he's so fun. He's so fun.
Yeah, maybe I should try and go back to Queer Eye.
Anthony, yes, Anthony. All right, let's go with this last one. It's quite a good one. Before Josh moves out, what are you going to miss about Alex and vice versa? Oh,
I don't know.
you know what? We sometimes get a bit silly,
Yeah.
and like I will really miss like those silly nights. But then also
Silly
like
nights, the banter.
we have like, because we've lived together for so long,
Yeah.
we have this like just crazy archive of references that we'll just like pull out,
Yeah.
and they're always so fun,
Yeah.
and that won't change.
And sometimes
but,
we'll just like do it from like the other side of the flat, and then the other person will be like, "Oh, yeah."
it's like random shit.
Yeah. I will miss like the routine of it all as well. Like, there's always kind of like morning coffees and evening wind downs, and we're watching like shows together and cute stuff like that.
Post night out debriefs.
Oh
All
yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be fine. But we're not going far away. It's going to be fun. 2025. It's a new year. We're not there yet, but we're going to get there.
Oh, thanks, Desert Bird.
That'd
You
be
made me
good.
sad now.
No, bittersweet indeed.
It'll be cute. It'll be
It's
cute.
going to be great. Right. We've been gassing away for over an
God.
hour, which is mental. That has absolutely flown by. Thank you very much for all your questions. Very much appreciated. Some tricky ones as well. Some like thought provokers, which I really like. Up next in December, we're probably gonna do like a.
I'm not doing a fucking gingerbread house again.
No, I feel like we'll do something.
I'm not.
Like, what about like mini tree decorating? That could be cute.
Mini tree.
Anyway, we'll throw out some ideas. But yeah, that would be super exciting. So that will be our next live stream in December. We'll do it probably middle of the month, so it's not too like close to
And
when
also,
people like traveling home.
It will
all that.
be in the new space.
It'll be in the new digs. Yeah. So that'll be like one of the first.
So we really got to get that studio up.
So maybe we
and
could do like a
running.
little tour of the studio as part of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be.
So we've got
exciting.
something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you very much for spending your evening with us.
Yes, and we shall see you soon. And don't forget to donate if you can and support the Terence Higgins Trust for Josh's Red Run.
Yes, please.
And
I'll post the
every
link
helps.
somewhere. All right. Love you lots.
Bye, everyone.